I'm just tired of these females who cooked after 30. I'm gonna say it like that. Cooked.
Okay, so you're personally attacking me, so I would like to
How am
know.
I attacking you?
Because I'm after 30, so I'm cooked.
Yeah. 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 Listen.
I'm
Yes, dog.
crying.
Listen, dog. Guys is over here like, yo, prime is 25 to 30. Let's keep it 100.
But let me say this. I hear exactly what you're saying, right? I've heard it before. People have said it. Women age like milk, men age like fine wine. I've heard it 1,000 times, right? For me personally, I'm going to say this. Me, maybe I am cooked, but you know what? I'm cooked and it tastes delicious because I was not given what it needed to give when I was in my 20s. I didn't know my body. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know how to fuck. I didn't know how to suck. I didn't know how to throw it back. Now,
This is why you cooked. This is why you cooked right there. When you're defining your worth right there on that scale, right, physically, this is why you cooked, right? Because there's as you age, right, women, as you age, you're supposed to become better, more adept at understanding whatever scenario you're in, especially men. If you're going to denote your value through your sexuality, right, what you can and cannot do, then yeah, in that scenario, you're always going to be cooked, right? You're only adding to his inarticulate sort of speech there. And let me preface this in saying this, right? This is important. This is really important. I need everyone to pay attention. I don't like Paul Pierce. Right? It's not a personal thing. Just I grew up in New York. Even though I wasn't the biggest Knicks fan, you know, play for Boston. Didn't like him. Right? It's nothing to do with his hit the man or his character or the way he's not really articulating what he wants to say. But yeah, I'm just not a fan. Right? But again, back to the point at hand. Yes, there is a value system that you're trying to say, well, for men, this is how we value you in terms of your physical beauty, which just naturally declines as you age. Right? We're living in an age of modern medicine and modern technology, so you can postpone the look, you can take care of yourself and give yourself more time. But then also the other value proposition is with men that want to have children, you lose that ability later on. You go in that sense, right? We're all familiar with it, the wall. In that sense, yeah, that's just a natural byproduct of you being a woman. Don't if you define yourself through the ability to suck and such, yeah, and that's going to be tied strictly to your physical beauty. There's going to be a younger you that has those abilities, or those things are teachable things. What younger women seem to lack is the experience they have with men. So as you get older, you should be taking your experience with men and being able to say, I understand what a man needs. Right? That's how your game is now upgraded. That's how you beat out someone, the younger version of you, because you can't do it just physically. Can't do it physically. That's just let's set that aside. Be better in the small, softer ways. That's gonna win you the day. That's your best bet. That's the best card you can play. I understand. I have a better understanding of men and how they function. I have a better understanding of men and what they lack. If I can give the man that, I'm winning. Right? This is the best hand I can deal at this time. Let's continue.
now I could do all of those things plus more. I
Ooh.
understand who I am as a woman. My emotional maturity is here. And at the end of the day, I know that it feels like there's women who are jaded because they've been with so many men and now they're cooked. I understand that perspective. But personally, for me, I feel so into my bag as a 30-year-old because
And then after 34, 35, man, think about this. When I cook some food, all right, it's cooked, right? Now I ate some, then it's leftovers. Then I put it in the refrigerator. After so many days, you got to throw it out. You know what I'm saying?
this is
Like, how
crazy.
long do Thanksgiving food last after Thanksgiving? How many days we giving it? 3? Then you throw it out. So that.
I mean, it's poor analogy, but you get it, right? You get what he's saying. Um, Now, for the men, in all seriousness, right? So when we get serious, we go big screen. You cannot. wait on a woman to feel as if she's cooked and her value drops to say now she should now be with me. I've said this before in another video. This is poor strategy. This is poor game. Men will sometimes go on dates, and this is reported by women I know, going on dates and now, throwing red pill talking points out there. Right? Oh, you should settle down because your value. Don't do that. Don't do that. As with anything, the big takeaway here is, regardless of where you value or you think her value is, you know, commensurate with her age, you got to be the best you can be to take advantage of anything. To take advantage of anything, because I will tell you an open secret: there are plenty of women that would rather just be alone. Right? As men have learned to accept that you may not end up with someone, women have learned to accept that yeah, I may not be with anyone. And just because you're around, you're available, she may not be like, no, this is still not something I want to do. Their values may not drop enough. Their self-esteem may not drop low enough for you to reach if you've never done the work. If you've just been the same you've always been, do not think that one day her self-esteem and self-worth will drop to where you're now in striking range. Rise up to meet it, rise up to pass it, and then you can join in some of these conversations saying, well, no, I've worked hard to be what I want, and this is what I want. I want someone younger, I want this, I want this. You have to rise to that level to command that. If you don't, you just wait to the bottom to drop out, you may be waiting forever. You may be waiting forever. Guys, let me know what you think.